I'm Marissa Melton. A federal judge has dealt a setback to President Trump's effort to keep his top aides from testifying before Congress. AP correspondent Ben Thomas reports.
Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson has ordered former White House counsel Don McGahn to comply with a subpoena and appear before the House Judiciary Committee. McGahn was a star witness in special counsel Robert Mueller's investigation into Russian interference in the 2016 presidential election. The Judiciary Committee's lawsuit challenges the White House rationale that McGahn and other witnesses have absolute immunity from testifying. The outcome could lead to renewed efforts by House Democrats to compel testimony in the impeachment inquiry from other high-ranking administration officials, including former National Security Advisor John Bolton. An appeal of the judge's ruling is expected. Ben Thomas, Washington.
Hong Kong's pro-democracy opposition won a landslide victory in weekend local elections in a clear rebuke to city leader Carrie Lam over her handling of violent protests. VOA's Bill Gallo reports from Hong Kong.
Counting votes after a record turnout in Hong Kong's district council elections. The results showed a massive win for pro-democracy forces. Hong Kongers waited to vote in long lines Sunday that snaked around city blocks.
This amount of people I've never seen. There are too many people.
Last time I can just come here and go up directly, but this time I guess I need to wait for 40 minutes.
It is a major symbolic blow to pro-Beijing forces that dominate Hong Kong's politics. Beijing had long implied that a quiet majority of Hong Kong's public opposed the protests, especially as they'd become more violent in recent months. After Sunday's vote, that argument will now be much more difficult to make. Bill Gallo, VOA News, Hong Kong.
Carrie Lam says the government will seriously reflect on the results of the elections. From the VOA News Center in Washington, D.C., this is VOA News. A Northern Irish man charged with the manslaughter of 39 people found in the back of a truck near London last month has pleaded guilty. Reuters' Joe Davies has more.
A man from Northern Ireland has pleaded guilty to a number of charges in connection with the deaths of 39 people found in the back of a lorry near London last month. Maurice Robinson, who's 25, admitted on Monday to assisting unlawful immigration and to acquiring criminal property. He appeared by a video link from Belmarsh Prison in East London. Robinson is also charged with the manslaughter of all 39 people, but he wasn't asked to enter a plea for 39 counts of manslaughter or 2 other charges. The victims, 31 men and boys and 8 women, were all from Vietnam.
That's Reuters' Joe Davies reporting. A clash between President Trump and top military leaders has ended with the Navy secretary being fired. AP's Jackie Quinn.
In the high-profile case of Chief Petty Officer Edward Gallagher,
they wanted to take his pin away, and I said, no, you're not going to take it away. He was a great fighter.
President Trump had Gallagher's rank reinstated to preserve his pension, and according to Defense Secretary Mark Esper, ordered that a disciplinary review be stopped.
Somebody has their back, and it's called the President of the U.S., okay?
The intervention, though, raises questions about America's commitment to international standards for battlefield ethics. The Pentagon says the president has a constitutional right to intervene, but one retired Navy admiral says he's concerned this will have a chilling effect on Special Forces' willingness to report illegal behavior. Jackie Quinn, Washington.
London's Transit Authority on Monday refused to renew Uber's license to operate. AP's Charles de Ledesma has more.
The decision deals a major setback to the ride-hailing company, Transport for London, citing several breaches that place passengers and their safety at risk. Uber, however, vows to appeal the decision and has 21 days to do so. The company can continue operating while the appeals process is underway. The group says it has fundamentally changed business practices over the last 2 years and claims it's setting the standard on safety. Charles de Ledesma, London.
Tel Aviv is expelling a top Human Rights Watch official because of allegations he supports the boycott of Israel. Israel's Supreme Court upheld the government's order that Omar Shakir, the HRW's director of Israel and Palestine, has to leave the country. Israel has denied entry to others who support the boycott, including United Nations diplomats. But this is the first time someone inside the country has been ordered to leave. The United States has called its ambassador to South Sudan back to Washington for consultations. This comes as Washington re-evaluates its relationship with the country after a delay in implementing a fragile peace deal. I'm Marissa Melton. This is VOA News.
In broadcast, it's today's